Hi, this is Brandon Moon with Moonlit Fly Fishing. Welcome to fly tying night tonight as we tie up a John Barr Vis-A-Dun for a blue wing olive. We're going to be tying this in a size 20 tonight, and this is just going to show the versatility of this fly in tying a wing fly for your blue wing olives, and we'll get started with that. So for our hook tonight, we're going to be using the Moonlit ML052 in a size 20. This is a barbless competition hook, so it's great for having those fish release easy and quick. We're going to be using Semperfli's classic waxed 12/0 in the Pell olive thread, and this is going to be a real simple tie tonight. The small bodies like this, I tend to try and use less materials to build up the least amount of bulk as possible, and that's why I really enjoy this material that we're going to be using tonight. So I'm using the Norvise tying system. So here's my automatic bobbin, my Pell olive thread that I've got on there. I'm going to take and wrap starting at roughly the 3/4 mark here. For my wing post, I'm going to be using some Semperfli high float fibers in the light dun. Okay, I've already got a piece out. I'm just going to take a small piece of this. I don't need very much. Flip that off. You can see I've got just a nice small piece here. I'm going to take and tie that in, and it's going to go right over the center of it, just like I would in starting a parachute. I'm going to lock that down in front and back, a couple more wraps in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to stand this up just like I would a parachute by wrapping around the base of this post. Okay, I'm going to kind of try and pull these individual post fibers so that they're opposite sides. I'm going to do some crisscross figure 8 wraps just to ensure that they stay right there. I'm going to trim these down . They're going to be roughly the length of the hook shank. There's no real way to like truly measure those that I've found yet, but that works well for me. Now you can see I've got this tag end. I'm going to hold this up at a vertical 45-degree angle, wrap rearwards back to the bend of the hook. Now I'm just going to lay that off to the side. The reason being is I want to keep that tag end. I'm going to be using the Hends Microfibets for my tail on this, so I get that nice mayfly split tail. And I'm just going to take, on this size fly, I just really want 2 fibers. So I'm going to get my 2 fibers here, kind of line the tips up, trim it out. Now I'm going to measure this tail to be roughly the length of the hook shank. Now I'm going to tie that in. I do want the tailing fiber on the top of my hook. Now I got to kind of split that tail, and you can see my thumb. I took my thumb and pushed up on that, and that's going to separate those fibers. There we go. Now I'm just gonna pull that tail up. It's just pointing down just a little bit. Trim this out so it's out of my way. So we're gonna have to take that one side of the tail and just creating a little bit of a taper here. I don't want a whole lot, but just a small taper to my body. I got to get this tail here. Usually that doesn't happen, but I just want to get under that tail. I want to go underneath of it twice, and then I'm going to split it. This one tail wants to go out a little bit and kind of doctor it in. There it is. It's blending into my vise there quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take my wife's marker. I dropped it. She uses these for her stamping cards, projects, whatever. And so here I've got this marker here. So I'm going to take the marker and just dye my thread just a little bit. Now I'm just going to create my rib look. To this fly. I really like this method because I'm able to do it and not create a whole ton of bulk. So for the hackle on this fly, we're going to be using a dark dun by Whiting. Okay, I've already got my hackle ready to go. You got to strip a tie-in point, and you're going to make sure at the very tail end, right here, so that there's a bare stem, you're going to face the shiny part towards you and tie that part in. I'm going to wrap that a couple times in the back and then secure that in the front. Now, got my hackle to flip on me. And I can help stand that hackle up by wrapping behind it one time. Again, I'm going to go in front, tie that in and secure it up nice and tight. Now I'm ready to wrap. I'm going to wrap each wrap right next to the previous wrap up to the wing post, so it's almost forcing that wing post forward. Now we're going to pull the wing post back and continue wrapping in front. What you don't want to do though is make sure you don't crowd the front eye of the hook. So I get that in there. We're gonna lock it down. Now I'm gonna take and whip finish this fly. 1, 2, 3. So I like this classic wax 12-aught because it's a single strand twist. It's not going to build up a lot of bulk, so it's great for these smaller flies. Now I'll take trim out my hackle, and then there we go. There's your John Barr's Vis-A-Dun in a blue wing olive. Thank you for watching. Make sure and hit the subscribe button, then the bell, and hit alt so you can receive all notifications from us. And don't forget to hit thumbs up and comment on our post.